Hi, I'm John Strong,
And I'm Lisa Stroud.
and in 2 weeks, we will have the official adoption of our two little girls, Vanessa and Naomi.
I have always wanted to adopt ever since I was 10 years old. I saw a program on TV about these orphans in Romania, and it just really tugged at my heart, and I just knew that someday I was going to adopt. So a few years ago, we started talking about it more seriously, and we were licensed to become foster parents, specifically foster to adopt parents.
It took about a year from the time that we went to the intro class to actually being certified to be foster and adoptive parents.
And I think you always have this feeling of, oh goodness, why is it taking so long? And what if that perfect child for us, is adopted by somebody else? And, which is silly, because we know that God is going to give us the children that He wants us to have. So about 2 months after we were licensed, we found out about Vanessa and Naomi. And
through an email.
Yeah.
And the email had the picture, the first picture we've ever seen of Vanessa and Naomi, two adorable little girls. They were 3 and 5 at the time, and started reading about them, and my heart just started connecting already, and I knew that we wanted to put our names in, our application in for them. We felt like we could nurture a lot of the things that they were interested in, like books and arts, and they had a background going to church. So we just felt to connect on several different levels, and we told our social worker, yes, put in our application, please.
So out of, I think, 40 plus applications, we were interviewed by the grandparents.
As soon as we started asking them questions and vice versa, the conversation grew very in-depth and emotional. And I had a very strong feeling when we left, and we didn't have very long to find out.
That was a Friday afternoon, and I don't think John and I slept very well that night, but we got a call the next morning. It was like around 9 a.m. And our social worker told us that the grandparents had chosen us to be the parents of Vanessa and Naomi, and I think we both screamed. We said, we're gonna be parents. So it's just crazy that you go from not being parents to being parents in the matter of a second.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that much later, about a month after they had been visiting us on the weekends, the grandparents brought the girls here to our home, and we did it as a family with the grandparents, which I loved that we were combining with the grandparents. But we asked the girls, can we be your new mommy and daddy? And I remember
they said yes.
Yes, and I just remember Naomi, she didn't even say anything. She just got this huge grin on her face, and then she just threw her arms around me. So that was just another amazing moment.
Yeah, and from that moment on, they started calling us mommy and daddy. And I saw God came in the form of what our social worker has told us more than once. And she's looked at us very seriously, and she said, this is not normal. How this has happened, how good it has worked out without any major problems or hiccups. This doesn't really happen. And I felt like God was using this lady, and I don't even know her full story or if she's a believer, but yet she's recognizing that this connection that has happened between the four of us is unusual. It's been blessed in every which way.
God knew exactly what we needed and what Vanessa and Naomi needed, and it's just amazing that we are now a family of 4.